Hello, welcome back to the cast. How's it going, everyone? Um, Hope your week's going well. What day of the week is it? Tuesday, obviously. I hope your week's going well. If you're new, hello. My name's Dominic. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining us on this journey that we embark on every week. If you're new here, subscribe. Feel free to stay tuned for the next episode. Got some big things coming in 2024, aka I'm just going to repeat this again. I'm just going to do another 52 episodes, maybe 53. If you're lucky, I'll get a little bonus episode in there. This morning, I was talking to my girlfriend, too, and I was like, hey, Khaleesi, I heard you listening to the podcast today. Thank you for being a faithful and true listener. What did you think of the episode? And she goes, it was good. And when someone drags out the words like that, dude, fuck, man, there's some critiques coming. When someone drags out the words like that, they're like, it's good. Yeah, so they're like, so how do you think I did? They're like, you did, it was a great start. You're like, fuck, all right, torch me with reviews. What? So I go, all right, what's up? What do you have to say? What do you have to say for the pod? I know you have some critiques. Dude, I can never tell, because then she'll like torch it, and then sometimes she'll be like, great pod. And I'm like, that one sucked. I was like, what'd you think? She was like, do you want my honest feedback? And I was like, yes. And as soon as I said yes, I was like, ooh, I don't want feedback. So she started going with the feedback, and then I walked away. I walked out of the room, and I said, I changed my mind. Actually, I forgot this is a dictatorship, and I actually don't want feedback at all. So I actually would not like feedback whatsoever. And then she was like, dude, she's like, you asked. She's like, how else are you going to grow? You can't just like do this thing and then expect no one to comment back. And I was like, I'm a bit sensitive right now because yesterday I posted a reel. It got 4,000 views, and all three or four of the comments, I guess, were negative. So that was awesome. Yeah, I posted my first reel yesterday. So if you're the 2 new subscribers that I gained from that, hello and welcome. Please stay around because I'm great. Dude, I gave a fucking huge fist bump. Huge fist bump to the 2 new subs. The subs, dude. I was so juiced. I posted that reel, got 4K views. I was like, yes. Or short, I guess. I posted on YouTube. I got 4K views. 4K views. That's what the YouTube views should be called. Views. I got 4K views, and I got a bunch of likes. Some dislikes as well, but I think it was like a 70% like. It's such a dork. I think it was like a 70% like. And then I got 4 comments. And it was kind of amplifying what my lady and my pops were saying. Kind of, a little bit different. Let's see, what did they say? So I posted a clip about a while ago in episode like 60. No, it was like episode 30 something. I talked about how on Valentine's Day, my lady was at work and there was a homeless dude. I got outdone by a homeless dude. That's the clip, right? So someone goes, first comment. First of all, I wake up exploding with views. Your boy's fucking popular now, dude. 4K views. I paid some guy to do it also, by the way. Yeah, I have an editor now. Shout out to Fat John. I think that's his name. Or it's like Fatan. I don't know. He's Albanian, I think. But shout out to him. I got a guy doing clips now, so your boy's blowing up. This is the start of the hockey stick, dude. We've been going like this for a while. That bitch is about to hit the curve and just go ready for takeoff in 3, 2, 1, strap in. And then it's like the fucking Challenger just immediately explodes on takeoff. Cancel. That's the canceling. Just immediately. The reckoning. The canceling, dude. Immediately on takeoff. Just strap in. Oxygen. Check. Fuel. Check. Happiness. Check. All right. Going in 3, 2, 1. And then on live television just exploding. Comedian Dominic Viola says that the Dominican Republic is a wasteland. Yeah. Was going back through episodes. Said that a while ago. Yeah. So that's the reckoning. That's the Challenger exploding. Yeah. So paying a dude, right, to clip, not to perform sexual acts, not paying a dude in that way. I'm paying a dude to clip for me, or it's a chick, Fatan. But yeah, the guy says you said like 17 times. Resting Glitchface 3059 said you said like 17 times. Thank you, Resting Glitchface. Appreciate you. Some guy said so it's V-Day and you didn't even get her flowers and went drinking at a dive bar. Wow, legend status. Okay, I was like, all right, that's not really the point of the video. The point of the video is I should work, but okay. All right, we move on. This is my favorite one. I not sure you have a quote girlfriend exclamation mark, but go on. Rainbow emoji. Oh, guy called me an F slur. He didn't actually say it, but you know what I mean? It was implied. The guy called me the F slur. All good. Hey, it's fine, man. It's fine. The guy called me gay. It's all good. He said, "I'm not sure you have." And then it took me a while to read his name because it's spelled Krisztian. First name and then last name Molnar 6296. That's his last name. Robot. And then I realized I sent it to a buddy. Dude, his name's Christian. Kriz Chin, dude. Kriz Chin. I'm not sure you have a girlfriend, but so foreign. I'm not sure you have a girlfriend, but go on. Rainbow emoji. Oh, called me gay. All good. Hey, it's all good. You know, we accept gay dudes or chicks, but I don't know what he means by that also. There's nothing in there that said that, like, I wasn't just like, yeah, I was at a dive bar sucking cock. You know what I mean? Like, why did he call me gay? So I was like super juiced. You know, I was like 2 subs, 4K views. I'm the shit. That's the problem with reels. You know what I mean? One time I posted a reel on my actual Instagram, and a so-called friend, no, this guy that I was in my fraternity, commented, and he called me a hack, and I was like, oh, fucking never posting shit on here again. Never posting shit on here again. I think I commented back like a dumbass because I was like, oh, it's probably just a typo. And then I thought about it more. I was like, oh, he called me a fucking hack, dude. Unfollowed him immediately. Need haters? Gone. That's how I just react to haters. I'm just like, see ya, dude. Unfollow. Immediately unfollow. Fuck you. It's kind of tyrannical to just be like, all right, well, you know what? We're blocking you. Get blocked. Anyone that fucks with me, I block them. There's this one guy I used to be. Okay, fuck it, dude. I'll dive into this. Okay, so I was friends with this person a while ago, and before I met, I met them before I met my lady, and this is important to the story because, I knew them, and they were like actually a really good friend of mine, and they were always like pretty fucking weird, to be honest, and like. Whenever I'd hang out with them, they just would like pull out like a fucking whole bell pepper and then eat it whole. And you'd be like, all right, this person's strange, but hey, I like you. And then, there'd just be like things throughout the years where you'd be like, yeah, you're very weird, but honestly, you're hilarious. And I like you. Dude, started getting first of all, introduced them to my Khaleesi, and like 2 hangouts in, my lady goes, hey, this person's schizophrenic. You know that, right? And I was like, what? No, they're not. And my Khaleesi goes, all right, they are. Oh, fast forward 2 years, went to a mental facility. That person drove their car into water and went to a mental facility. Okay, so yeah, my Khaleesi is Raven Simone. She's like, we meet the person, she shakes their hand, and then it's just like, she just like dives into this person's life. It shows like fast forward to the future. Anyways, the reason why I brought this up is because this person keeps requesting to follow me. Keep declining it. You're not coming back in my life. What if I was a schizophrenic person the whole time? And this person, I imagine them. Dude, wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to work on a joke about that right now because I'm getting to the age now where like, okay, multiple things are happening in my life right now. I'm getting to the age now where I'm noticing other things happening in other people's lives, if that makes any sense. So for example, I'm getting to the age now where I'm noticing like mental disorders in other people that I grew up with. They start fucking coming out. You know what I mean? Like I notice, okay, that schizophrenia. So I notice like friends are getting schizophrenic. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like, okay, well, it's like almost like you're like walking on this path. You're holding hands with people, and then people just are getting mauled by tigers and just drag. And they're like, no, help. And you're just like, nope. See ya, dude. I'm going to keep walking on this path. You're like, all right, another person gone. People are getting, having kids right now. And they're just like, another one mauled by a tiger. No, I'm kidding. Having a kid is not getting mauled by a tiger. But it's just wild, dude. It's wild comparing yourself in like where I'm at right now, right? I do this podcast. I'm trying to get into I'm trying to do this as a living. You know what I mean? So this is like me. And then you have people that are, I know people that have kids right now from high school, where it's like, oh shit, that person's a has a fucking significant other and a kid right now. Wow. And then like there's other people that are like literally living at fucking mental facilities and have fucking schizophrenia, and you're just like, okay. And then you have like friends that are just like, raging tits. Going to like EDC every weekend, you know what I mean? You're like, okay. It's just wild, like looking at all the different people in your life and just thinking like, whoa, comparisons are crazy. Those people in my life, I don't know. There's not really a point to be made there. It's just I feel like I'm at the age now where I'm like looking at other people and I'm just like not judging them, just like, just being like, wow. Like I feel like it's almost because, I mean, this probably doesn't make any sense and I'm probably just rambling at this point, but I feel like the reason why it's so shocking to me is because, when you're in like high school and college, everyone starts off at like, I mean, obviously like different financial situations and you're born into different like households and stuff, but everyone starts at relatively the same, place in terms of like life. All of you are in high school or college and you all are like getting a degree or working towards something, you know what I mean? And as soon as you're out of that, you start like branching off into other shit. Some people start doing OnlyFans. Some people start selling their feet. Kind of the same, route. You know what I mean? Some people are devout Christians and start getting married and having kids. You know what I mean? Some people are start buying Section 8 housing and selling housing to the government and then kicking homeless people out and raising rent. You know what I mean? It's all different shit. And you're just like, wow, I mean, paths have changed. Or you run into a buddy that like is on a different path than you, and you're just like, whoa, I thought you got mauled by a tiger like 2 years ago. That's crazy. But how's your marriage going? Are you okay? I'm just kidding. Marriage and having a kid are not like getting mauled by a tiger. That was a bad analogy. But you know what I mean, dude. Wow. Okay. So, anyways, moral of the story is, what did I start off with? New Year's. No, not New Year's. I was talking about how not a lot of people liked the last episode. That's okay. That's totally fine. But what it did remind me of is I was thinking about it. Last episode, and about how this is like kind of now the time of the year when like companies are making like 2024 goals. What do we want to accomplish in 2024? By the end of 2024, we hope to have, you know what I mean? It's all that like corporate bullshit. And then I was thinking about it and I was like, why don't I make some goals for myself? You know what I mean? I had them up on the wall in my old place. Oh, well, I have them up on my wall in here, but I had them up on the wall in my old place, and you used to be able to see them in the pod. Now, I didn't like that because, I don't know, you just could fucking see shit, right? So I moved it out of this wall so you can't see what I'm doing. On my wall is this with a bunch of green check marks. Now, what could this mean? This could mean either A. It's all I haven't got a red X on it yet. Now, what could this mean? A, days without killing myself. B, days since I've shit my pants. Or could it mean C, days in a row that I've driven drunk? I don't know. Who knows? Let's leave it up to the viewer to decide. You know what I mean? No, but I wrote down some goals that I have in 2024. And goal number 4 is to have fun. Well, there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 goals. And the 8th one is to have fun. So, moral of the story is 2024 goals, have some fun. But where I'm going with this is, it made me think of this one time when, okay, before I get there, I was reflecting on 2023, and, I made, actually, the year's not over yet, but, I did miss an episode once again, which I'm proud of, but I was just reflecting on like, okay, sick. Like this year was actually very cool. It was actually a really good year. Besides there are a few things here and there that like obviously were not good, but for the most part, like it was actually a really good year. And I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, dude, if I could run this year back, I probably would. There are some few things that are like, definitely would like to skip over that, but for the most part, like great year. So I was like, let me run that back. And I was just thinking about how grateful I was. And then it made me think of, dude, I don't know if I've already said this on here. I was talking to a business owner recently, cause, I was just talking to, rich people attract rich, and, people just flock towards me. I'm out in public and they're just like, oh, fat pod. They're like, oh, King Fat Pod. They're like, oh, the fat king, he's out. he's out in the public eye. We must talk to him. I was out at a restaurant and the owner was there, and you know, he was just talking about how I didn't really like this interaction, to be honest. I was talking to this business owner. He was the owner of the restaurant I was at, and he was telling this story about how the restaurant that I was at, he almost closed it down. And then one year he just like fell into a bunch of good luck, and he just kept fucking he was just like, I didn't like the way he was saying it too. He was like, one year I was just raking in money. I was raking in so much fucking money. And I was like, okay, guy, like, I get it. I'm at your happy hour. Clearly I'm not trying to spend a bunch of money right now. You know what I mean? So like, chill out, dude. He's like, I worked all day here. Someone didn't show up, so I had to come in, and then he's like talking about this fucking year of his that he had, and he was like, I just kept winning. I was hanging out with MLB players. I was hanging out with hot actresses. I'm sitting with my girlfriend. I'm like, oh. I was like, dude, that fucking blows. And in my head, I'm like, wow, what a lifestyle. No, honestly, it sounded like very overwhelming. He's like, every penny I'd walk by on the street, I'd pick it up, and I would just I would look up and I'd say, keep it coming. Keep it coming. And I was like, this guy's a prophet. At one point, this is when I started actually. Well, I didn't like it because he was saying he was making a shit ton of money, and the way he was saying it was so cock. He's like, I was rolling in dough. I kept making money, and then he said one day he came to the restaurant. He's like, this is when I came up with the nickname for that year. Now, anyone that has a fucking nickname for a year, just don't. You don't need to. I felt myself when I was writing my goals. I felt myself like trying to come up with a nickname. I was like, 2024 is the year of the no. And then I immediately was like, what are you saying, bro? Because one of my goals on there is it's not really setting boundaries. It's more just like saying no to certain things that I don't want to do. It's something along those lines. I don't want to say it specifically, but it's something along those lines. And I just know that fucking a month in, I'm just going to be like, fuck this goal. I'm going to say yes to whatever. And so the guy was just like, yeah, so I walk in. He gave the year a nickname. This is how I got to it. He walks into his restaurant. He said, like, one of my regulars is chilling here. And he's like, hey, Jim. I forget his name. Hey, Jim, how's it going? And he's like, good, man. And I guess the Tour de France was on TV. He goes, good, man. I'm doing great. And he was like, wow, this business seems like it's doing really well. And he's like, yeah, man. And then he looked up at the screen. He saw the Tour de France, and he looked back at him. And he goes, I'm just here in the Tour de Livin'. I almost took my pizza, frisbeed the plate across the room, and then walked out. For real, I almost grabbed the large pizza dish, like ceramic dish, just threw it across the room as hard as I can. It fucking shatters on the wall, and I just almost just walked out and was like, that was the worst thing I've ever heard. The Tour de Livin'. He was like, year 2008, that's what the Tour de Livin'. That was the year of Tour de Livin'. And I was like, hey, man, people lost their houses that year. How fucking disrespectful can you be? 2008 was one of the worst years financially for me and my family, so how fucking dare you? How dare you? I just start like going in on this guy. I mean, as soon as I was like so on board, I was so on board minus the part when he was being cock about the money. And then, but then I realized like, oh, maybe he might pay for this meal. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this guy's for sure going to pay for this meal. This guy's Tour de Livin', dude. This guy's CEO of Tour de Livin'. I mean, this meal's getting paid for, dude. He goes, Tour de Livin'. And I was like, oh, I mean, that was for sure the worst thing I've ever heard. And now I'm trying not to laugh because I'm like starting to get a little drunk. And this grown man just said Tour de Livin', dude. A grown man that's not named Matthew McConaughey just said Tour de Livin' to me, dude. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. He could have legitimately said, I'm going to go bomb the Eiffel Tower, but hey, at least it's the Tour de Livin'. And honestly, the worst thing in that sentence would have been saying Tour de Livin'. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, so I have a joke I'm working on right now about rich people doing poor people shit. That is some poor people shit, is to pick up pennies off the ground and be like, keep it coming. Straight up, something that I saw a homeless dude do today. Pick up a dollar off the ground and say, keep it coming, please. Does anyone have any change? I mean, what the fuck? There's some other things that I'm working on in terms of that joke. So some things that rich people do. I set it up like, okay, basically the reason why I thought of this about rich people doing poor people shit is because I think I've already talked about this on here, but bear with me. Is that I thought about how like, you know how like rich people go to like, they'll go to like fucking third world, they'll go to like Brazil and they'll go find like a drug shaman in like some village, you know what I mean? And they'll go do drugs and then they'll like overcome their fucking childhood trauma with like a monkey next to them, you know what I mean? I started thinking about it more and I was like, okay, I mean, it's just so many fucking extra steps. It's just poor shit with extra steps. Like I could just go do that in a similar village, and it's called the East Village. It's downtown. Just go to the East Village, downtown San Diego. I bet I could find a fucking drug shaman there. He probably lives in some sort of hut. It's just like a tent from REI, and he probably has not been. I mean, obviously, he hasn't been included into or introduced into society. Still an uncontacted tribe of sorts, and I probably would get hit with the fucking makeshift bow and arrow. So that's like number one. Number two is rich people wearing like fucking designer shit now, where it just looks like fucking Swiss cheese, dude. There's so many holes, and again, like it looks homeless as shit. It looks so low income, walking around with like holes everywhere. Looks like they just got lit up, like drive-by shooting, dude. It's like, all right. And like the main one is like fucking the main thing that is like sweeping rich people by storm right now is fucking like routines or like health shit. The main two being like, dude, sunning, like going outside and sunning your butthole and balls, dude. Hey, rich people, put some fucking clothes on. I don't want to see your taint, dude. Dude, what's the guy's name that like he like promotes like sunning your butthole and balls, dude? It's so fucking gross. I mean, like walking outside and seeing your neighbor in your fucking duplex just spread eagle. You're like, hey, Mike, we both drive Honda Accords. So how about let's act our tax bracket? You know what I mean? Let's not act out of that. You know what I mean? And then also fucking cold plunges, dude. That's so fucking poor. Like, when have I ever wanted to get into cold water out of choice? Never. Not once have I ever been in the shower in the morning and then I'm like chilling in like cozy, nice, steamy water. And then the water runs out, the hot water runs out and it starts getting cold. And not once have I been like, all right, start the fucking timer. Let's do this. Nope. Every single time I want warm water. So my point is, rich people are just poor people, but with extra steps. So that is a joke I'm working on, credited to Dominic Viola. If you hear it anywhere else, it's not theirs. I didn't fucking steal a joke, all right? I said it. You heard it here first on the Fat Pod. But yeah, that's my point. Rich people just do fucking poor people shit, and then they call it, and then at the end, they label it as tour to live in, and then people are like, oh my God, I need to start doing that. Example, cold plunge. What it is, it's fucking running out of hot water in the morning when you're getting ready for work. That's what a fucking cold plunge is, dude. Just do that. God. But I will say, I did a cold plunge once. It kind of ruled. I've done a cold plunge once. And what do I got to say? It kind of fucking ruled. Cold plunges kind of rule, dude. I see the hype. That's what my brother would say. We did a cold plunge and I was like, dude, I kind of see the hype. I see the hype. I see the fucking hype, dude. Cold plunges kind of rule. All right. Well, I guess in that kind of same vein, I did want to, I mean, this is off the cuff. We'll see if this actually makes it. But, okay, McConaughey has a tequila and it's called Pantalones Organic Tequila. The reason why it's called Pantalones is, I think he explains it in this video, but let's watch it.
To our grandparents, madres, padres, mothers, fathers, and grandparents, because...
Okay, so one thing about Matthew McConaughey, he would be a phenomenal battle rapper because he just makes up shit. He's so good at just being like, I just like thinking of shit on the spot. Madres, padres, mothers, father. I mean, the same thing, you know what I mean? But he said it in a way that was like, oh yeah, he's right. Those are different. Mexican, white, whoever, dude. This tequila's for you.
If they didn't take their pants off, none of us would be here.
Okay, so in true Matthew McConaughey fashion, this tequila is about fucking. The reason why this tequila is called Pantalones is because it's about fucking, dude. Take your pants off is what this tequila will make you want to have a baby is what McConaughey is saying, dude. The reason why it's called Pantalones, dude, they didn't take their pants off. None of us would be here. Well, no shit. You know what I mean?
None of us would be here.
He says it's so cock too. None of us would be here, brother. None of us would be here. It's like, okay, yeah. I mean, he's got a point.
Thank you.
He might as well have just called it fucking my grandparents' ball sack, dude. That's what this tequila should be called, dude. My grandpa's balls, dude.
Mom, happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, and it's on Thanksgiving. I mean, dude, maybe wait a day. I mean, read the room, dude. No one on Thanksgiving is like, oh, dude, have you tried Matthew McConaughey's new tequila, Grandpa's Balls? Yeah, basically, if Grandpa didn't have sex with Grandma, then I wouldn't be here. It's like, okay, Matthew McConaughey, it's fucking... Dude, I would love to have a dinner with him, dude. God, he would say so much weird shit like this, and I would just be like, yes. Fuck yeah, Matthew McConaughey. You're the man, dude. Because of course he is. Of course he just said that... Oh, dude. And then he just drinks tequila. Just rips tequila.
Babe, you looking for these?
And then his wife, so scripted. Babe, you looking for these? Throws his pants at him.
Actually, no. I'm not.
I'm not. Oh, dude, I don't like the way he did that. Actually, no. I'm not. Oh, and then he throws his pants. Is he naked under here? Probably. He's probably getting head right now, dude.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, so Matthew McConaughey's a lunatic. We've already known that, though. What did he just do? That sound, dude.
To our grandparents.
That's so funny. The sound at the end. Actually, I don't.
I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yeah.
His wife just says Happy Thanksgiving. He just makes a noise like a little boy.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Yep. I just made a fucking tequila called My Grandpa's Balls. All right, let's see what other videos he has on here.
Baby, we met over margaritas.
Fact. Like he's a politician, dude. His wife goes, "Baby, we met over tequila." Fact. That is true. I do not plead the fifth. Continue, wife, mother of my children.
We've been drinking tequila together for the last 17 years.
17 years, true.
True. 17 years, true. I did drink tequila over the last 17 years. That is true. Yes, continue.
Drink enough of it. We're not quitting. Maybe we ought to start our own tequila brand.
Hey, can it be organic?
I don't care as long as it tastes great.
Excuse me,
I don't care as long as it tastes great.
sir, I care.
Okay. Organic and tastes great can happen at the same time. All right, I'm in. What are we gonna name it? What do we have fun with?
What do we have fun without?
Our pants on.
I was not thinking of that.
I mean, he's always in character, dude. He's always in character. Every single fucking character is the same. His character in Interstellar, True Detective, Dallas Buyers Club, they all are the fucking same person, dude. At their core, it is just Matthew McConaughey. Obviously, he's acting in those characters, but you know what I mean. He has one line in all of those fucking things that he's in where you're like, dude, it's Matthew McConaughey. It's not fucking Dusty or whatever his name is in Interstellar. Baker or whatever his name is. Pants. What do we have fun without? Pants. Let's call it Pantalones.
Pants, Pantalones, tequila. I like that.
Nice ring to
Yeah.
Wow.
it. Baby, we
Okay,
met over...
dude, that's actually fucking crazy that Matthew McConaughey's tequila Matthew McConaughey's tequila is just because he likes having sex. The name of it is just because he likes having sex. Wow, that's crazy. Good for him, honestly. I strive to be a business owner that just names a brand like something related to sex. Pantalones. So why'd you call it Pantalones? Well, because I like having sex, and that requires no pants. So I called it Pantalones, not sin pantalones, which means without pants. And I actually just learned the definition of that today because I'm Matthew McConaughey, and of course I don't speak Spanish. But yeah, so it's not sin pantalones. It's actually just Pantalones because I like fucking, and I'm Matthew McConaughey. Fact. That's crazy, dude. Wow. You got to respect that, though, so much. You got to respect that. Another thing you have to respect. We're going to pivot away from that. Wow. I love that. I'll try it. I'll do a review. I'll bring let me see if I can find some this weekend, and I'll try it at I'm going to a holiday party this weekend. So let me see if I can try it, and I'll report back to you. I just wake up in the morning just fucking after blacking out, just naked. Only the Christmas sweater on top and just naked on the bottom, and just be like, "Oh no." I text my buddy. They're like, "Yeah, dude, you took one shot of it, blacked out, immediately took your pants off." I'm like, "Oh shit, Matthew McConaughey is brainwashing us. Do not try his tequila." Should I talk about Gail Lewis? Or should I talk about George Santos? Let's talk about Gail Lewis because it's a little bit lighter. If you've not heard, there's this woman, Gail Lewis, taking the internet by storm, dude. This woman, Gail Lewis, she retired from Walmart recently, and she made just an absolute legendary sign off from Walmart, dude. Okay, here we go.
Attention Walmart, this is Gail Lewis,
Beast.
10-year associate, Morris, Illinois, 844. Signing out. Good night.
Beast. I wish she looks at the camera too. Dude, shout out to Gail Lewis. That is so beast. She was an associate at Walmart for 10 fucking years, dude, in Morris, Illinois. Wow. I mean, wow. That's crazy, dude. She gave a little call at the end. I wonder what that means. Oh, she's in shambles in the next clip. She's in tears.
So today was an end of an era for me.
This is actually sad.
What you just saw was me signing out for the last time at my Walmart that I have worked at for 10 years. It's a happy sad because I'm going to be going to a better job. And those people became like family.
Okay, look. No hate to this woman whatsoever. God bless this woman's soul. I'm sure that those people actually are like family. But when I've personally, when I say this next part, this is just personal experience every time I've gone to a Walmart, right? I've never been to the Walmart in Morris, Illinois. I don't know what that's like working with Gail Lewis. I'm sure she's a fucking lovely woman, a gem of a worker. I'm sure she shows up on time, never calls in sick. I'm sure she is who you want on your team when you are drafting a fucking team, dude. She is going number one overall every single team. If you're like drafting Walmart employees, she is number one overall, dude. Zero shot that there's anyone going above my girl, Gail Lewis, dude. No hate to this woman whatsoever. That being said, when I tell you that every single time I've gone to a Walmart and I've looked at the employees and I've said, holy shit, this person has no idea what the fuck they're doing, I stand by that. Now, I've only been to a Walmart a handful of times in my life. I'm very thankful in that. But the times that I have gone to Walmart, I mean, everyone in there just seems lost. I ask one person, they seem annoyed. You know, I talk to another person, they're just like, I don't know, talk to Jules on fucking aisle 3. And I'm like, all right, it's in a goose race. And every time I walk in there, it seems like the place has just gotten robbed, dude. There's like shit laying everywhere. The pallets are just out. There's no one on the floor. And I'm just so confused, dude. So, I mean, good for this woman for, you know, calling these people like family. But every time I go into a Walmart, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is the furthest thing from family that I feel in here. It feels like everyone is just, it feels like, honestly, the jungle in there, dude. It feels like it's just primal as shit in there, dude. People are just ravaging through boxes. They're throwing shit everywhere. Everyone is lost, confused. It's like Lost in there, the show. They get fucking lost in the jungle and everyone is just like, what? And it turns out they've been dead the whole time. Everyone walking in those Walmarts are just fucking dead. Just like wandering the shelves. Didn't I talk about that last episode? Everyone just looks dead as shit in Walmarts, dude.
I've been through a lot with them. They watched my back. I watched theirs.
Good for them.
They helped me out. I helped them out.
Fuck
we
yeah,
even
Gail.
went through a fucking pandemic together.
Fuck yeah, Gail. Fire me up. Let's run that back. We even went through a fucking pandemic together.
I helped them out. We even went through a fucking pandemic together.
Hell yeah, beast.
It just hurts, but it's a happy sad. Because where I'm going to be better off where I'm at. That's all.
I wonder where she's going, dude.
Attention.
Where do we think she's going? That'd be so fucking funny, dude, if Gail was just doing OnlyFans. She's like, wherever the fuck I'm going, I'm going to be better off without them. Fuck these people. Even though they're like my family and we went through a fucking pandemic together, I'm out this bitch, dude. I'm going to be better off without them. Fast forward, it's Gail just at a computer, at a desk job in a cubicle, just typing. She's like, I'm moving on to fucking better opportunities. She's like, hello, this is Gail Lewis, 344 of Walmart of Morris, Illinois. Yep, that is me on the famous video. For real, I wonder where she's going. Do you think we can find her on LinkedIn? All right, I couldn't find her on LinkedIn, but wow. Well, Gail Lewis, wish you nothing but the best. I'm sure that I read online though that she's not disclosing where she's going, which is probably good. People would just show up and be like, Gail, dude. High schoolers would for sure show up and be like, Gail Lewis, beast. That's actually what I called her immediately. Off rip, I looked at her and said, wow, beast. Shout out to Gail Lewis. All the memes of this have been so fucking funny, dude. Shout out Gail Lewis. All right, what else we got? Let's talk about this, I guess. We got time. Let's talk real quickly about George Santos. Let's end on this. George Santos. So, now, before I say any of this, I don't follow politics. I don't know shit about politics. I know a little bit, but I'm not very well versed. So, I went into this George Santos situation being like, let me figure out like who this guy is and like what he's about. You know what I mean? Let me try and educate myself. And let me come at it from a stance of like, hey, I don't know much about this. Let's inform myself live on air. You know what I mean? Because my lady listens to this podcast and they put out an episode once a day and it's about like journalism. It's journalism. It's not about journalism, but it's like, it's stuff that's going on in the news and it's very like easy to digest, easy to understand. And I was like, you know what? Let me try that with this whole George Santos situation. So if you don't know, there's a gay congressman. Well, there was a gay congressman. And apparently what happened is he lied on his resume and then he just got elected into Congress. And then recently he's been expelled, which I love that they call it expulsion from Congress, dude. So I found a video talking about, well, okay, first of all, I was watching all these videos of him and I was like, yo, this guy's got to be gay, right? Like, I mean, look, again, being gay is fine, but I just was seeing it and I was like, he's got to be gay, right? Like, is he closeted? Because, you know how Republicans feel about it. He's a Republican. And I was like, you know how Republicans feel about it? Like, is this guy closeted? And then I looked into it and he's openly gay. He's married to a dude. And I was like, oh, okay, hell yeah. So he's open about it. Sick. Surely he must be in support of gay marriage. That goes without saying. Nope. Let's read this. Maybe he changed. I was an opposer of gay marriage, Santos said in response to a question about his relationships with more conservative House Republicans, according to an audio obtained. It just so happened to be the 2-year anniversary of his own gay marriage to his husband, Matt. On that anniversary, he said, wow. Santos said because he entered in such a marriage because that was the option, but did not believe it should be called marriage and that the government should not be involved in the institution. I thought it should be a civil union, said Santos, referring to the alternative to fully recognized marriage that some proposed prior to the Supreme Court's legalization of same-sex marriage in 2015. It would have given us the same benefits, the same rights under the law. Wow, this guy's kind of insane. This guy's kind of a beast, dude, for being like, yeah, dude, I'm gay, but also I shouldn't have been able to get married. It should have been a civil suit. Wow, that's a crazy stance. That's actually so fucking wild. So I found this video explaining kind of all the things, because the main headline is he lied about a bunch of shit. So I found this video explaining everything he's lied about.
My name's George Santos. I'm from New York City.
Fuck yeah. The absolute true, unquestionably accurate, incredibly honest, undeniable, authentic, wholly transparent, remarkably unblemished, exceptionally sincere, unparalleled, in veracity, never exaggerated, consistently truthful, and unfailingly factual congressional career of the one and only George Santos, a.k.a. Anthony DeVolder, a.k.a. Kitara Ravache. Now, I don't know what the first one is. The second one, a.k.a. Kitara Ravache. Dude, he dressed up in drag one time, and that's his fucking name. Okay, let's continue.
So let me tell you a quick story.
I put myself through college and got an MBA from NYU.
That he was a star on the Baruch volleyball team.
Hell yeah.
Outright lie.
We lost 4 employees that were at Pulse nightclub.
My mom was a 9/11 survivor.
My grandparents survived the Holocaust.
Wow, dude. Okay. This guy told, okay, I mean, hey, hold on. In this clip, he says I'm Jewish. Wow. Okay. Now, that all might be true, but that is an insane coincidence if that's true. His two of the most horrific events in arguably two of the most horrific events in our world's history. And both of them, he has relation to both of them. Wow.
Lives an honest life.
Santos helped him raise $3,000 for his dying dog through his pet charity, but Osthoff says he never got the money and his dog died 6 months later.
Wow, dude, this guy made a GoFundMe. This guy made a fucking GoFundMe, and for someone's dog, and then the guy fucking never paid him and the dog died, dude.
Nothing in life is free.
He defrauded a shop clerk out of $1,300 worth of clothing and shoes.
Oh my God, George Santos stole money. George Santos bought designer clothes. That's what I buy.
He once claimed to be one of the first people in the United States to be diagnosed with COVID-19.
Santos told supporters that he was a producer on the short-lived Broadway production Spider-Man, Turn Off the Dark.
Did I embellish my resume? Yes, I did.
The openly gay New York congressman
This is,
used to perform
I gotta pause it. Dude, this is insane, bro. This is wild. I like how he said, I didn't lie on my resume, I embellished. And he said so many lies in the span. I mean, if that's not showbiz, then I don't know what is, dude. If that's not showbiz, then kill me right now. Then end my life right now if that's not showbiz. Because I honestly, look, not once have I said that I don't like this guy, because honestly, I saw a little bit of this video before and I kind of fucking respect this dude. I kind of respect this a lot, to just be like, fuck it. I'm going to say some absurd shit and let's see what happens. Let's see if the public elects me. And they fucking did, dude. Wow. They did. It's so funny to just be like, yeah, let's just make up a bunch of just chat GPT a bunch of stuff. Let's see. What do the people want to know? Okay, 9/11, the Holocaust. I was a producer on a Broadway musical. I didn't lie. I didn't lie at all. Did I embellish? Yes. I mean, my grandparents were Jewish, you know. Did they live in Germany at some point in their life? They lived there for a summer. They went to Auschwitz. Did they go to Auschwitz in 1946? Not necessarily. Did they go in the summer of 2017 to go visit and see the museum? Yes, they did. So I didn't necessarily lie, but I did embellish. Yes. Wow. What does this say? Had drag queen alias in Brazil.
Back in the day.
Sue me for having a life.
Santos performed.
Dude, wow. Sue me for having a life. I like that. When you get caught in the act, fucking fire back. Double down, king. Did I used to have a life? Sue me. Yes, I did. I used to do drag. It's not really a problem to me, but I like that a lot. That people were pressing him. He's just like, sue me. I used to do drag before this.
Drag several times over at least 3 years.
One of his aides impersonated McCarthy's top aide.
George Santos to be on any of these committees? On these 8 committees, you think George Santos?
He'll get seated on committees, yes.
Santos sought to fraudulently exploit every aspect of his House candidacy for his own personal financial profit.
Yes. I'm not a criminal. I committed absolutely no crime.
Makeup at Sephora, charged to the campaign. Botox,
fuck yeah,
charged to the campaign.
Wow, dude. Yes. This guy does what he wants, dude. He doesn't give a fuck about the law, dude. Honestly, we should bring him back into office.
OnlyFans, charged to the campaign too.
Yes, dude. He's fucking... Dude, put it on all of the people. Put it on all the people. Dude, you want me to go into office? All right, dude. You're signing up for all of me, dude. You're getting my entire lifestyle. You want me to go into office? Well, people, this is what you get. You get OnlyFans. You get Botox. Also, guess what? I got COVID first. So... I'm going to get all the medications, dude. I'm getting lip filler. I'm getting Botox. I'm getting OnlyFans. I need to stay healthy, okay? So you're getting all of me, dude.
OnlyFans was about 3 weeks ago. I don't know what looking sorry looks like.
Is it national joke?
Rosa Parks didn't sit in the back, and neither am I going to sit in the back.
Is an international joke.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This guy just compared himself to Rosa Parks. Wow. Ultimate argument tactic. Ultimate argument tactic. Try that next time. Next time you're in an argument, relate it back to one of the civil rights leaders. Next time you're in an argument with someone and it's really heated, it's getting really fucking intense, dude, go, you know what, dude? What would Rosa Parks do in this situation? Would she back down? Probably not. So you know what? I'm not going to the back of the bus either. Oh, wow. I can't believe he said that on national television, dude. That's crazy. That's actually so fucking wild to say to someone. Holy shit.
Carbon capture technology that I've helped develop.
But this joke's gotta go.
You just can't tell the truth.
Wow. I mean, that was crazy, dude. That was actually fucking insane to say that about someone. Anyways, that guy was an elected official. He was a representative in Congress, and they recently voted him out because of all this shit. So... Now, did they vote him out because he was gay? Or did they vote him out because he related himself to Rosa Parks? The world may never know. I mean, how did that guy get elected, dude? That honestly gives me hope for anyone, really, in life. Honestly, watching that, everyone should take a page out of his book in terms of just being your true self and also not backing down when shit gets hot. You know what I mean? Being like, I'm not apologizing. I don't know what sorry looks like. And also, your boy's the second coming of Rosa Parks. You're looking at her. Is he a gay large man whose parents are from Brazil who also does drag? You're looking at her. Am I black at all? Not even close. Not even fucking close, dude. But am I the second coming of Rosa Parks? You bet your fucking ass I am. I mean, wow. He has the hearts of everyone in America. And that is honestly a travesty that he got voted out because that is awesome. Holy shit, that was crazy. Okay, well, I mean, I'm very informed now, to be honest. Because that's absurd. Honestly, it's absurd they kicked him out. No, it's absurd that someone that out to lunch was fucking representing our country. Not at the helm, but I mean, wow, dude, that was crazy. So yeah, well, I hope you learned something. I hope you learned anything, actually. I hope you learned why Matthew McConaughey calls his tequila Pantalones, because he likes fucking, and why I almost called him George Lopez, why George Santos got expelled. Because I sure learned something today. All right, guys. That about wraps it up. I hope you have a good rest of your week. I hope you enjoy, it's December. I hope you enjoy your beginning of December. And I will see you next Tuesday. All right. Goodbye.